Hello, Internetians! My name is Josh, aka Ultiplayer, your coach of the New York Metagross. Welcome back to the P4G Next Generation. We are here for Week 6 battle. Not the team builder. Team builder was yesterday. Actually, it was like a week and a half ago for me, but yesterday for everyone else. So go check that out so you know what we are bringing versus my good friend Johnny GB, coach of the Oregon Duckletts. We are both 2-3 right now, both hoping to break even with this match. So real quick, you can see the 6 mons on each side that we have brought. And you can, if you want to know what my sets are and stuff, then I advise you, whoa, come on over here. We might know about over here. I advise you go check out the team builder. Another quick recap of what I am bringing. I'm bringing a defensive Registeel with rocks, I think. I'm bringing a Choice Scarf Darmanitan. I'm bringing a Taunt Roost 2 attacks Hydreigon. I am bringing a Wish Protecting Alamomola. I am bringing a SD Titanium Z Virizion, and I'm bringing a Life Orb Torn. I think. I think I'm bringing that, so anything's possible. As you can see, he brought his 6 mons. He brought the Lycanroc Dusk, the Vikavolt, the Milotic, the Audino, the Greninja, aka the Bitch Nugget. Fuck Greninja, guys. Just fuck Greninja. And then the Magearna. So, mons he didn't bring. He didn't bring the Garchomp, which is really nice. Garchomp was kind of annoying for this team to deal with. Or any team to deal with. He didn't bring the Blaziken, so God bless. He also didn't bring the Kecleon. He didn't bring the Delmise, which is really nice for my Virizion, and then he did not bring the Cofagrigus. So, with that, let's talk about potential leads on stuff. So, potential leads on his part is obviously the Greninja, number 1. He has a lot of potential leads, first of all. He has a lot of potential lead. But the ones I'm really looking at are Greninja, that outspeeds my entire team, can U-turn out, or the Lycanroc Dusk, because it can put up rocks. Either way, I believe that I am leading with my Darmanitan. I'm not entirely sure, I could be wrong, but I think I'm leading my Darmanitan. So, the video is going to do that after I had it loaded already. It's going to be awesome, so that's cool. Alright. Are we actually going to get... Is it actually going to be good? Hopefully it's good. I'm not trying to rush this one, so hopefully it looks good. But anyway. Yeah, I will leave our lead with my Darmanitan. Again, I'm really predicting more of a Greninja to lead. I do know that without the Garchomp here and without the Kecleon here, he is going to be leading with his only rocker is the Lycanroc. So that's really good to know. And we're going to pause. We'll be back. Alright. I think it's better now. Figured out what the problem was, too. So I can stop letting this happen in the future. Alright. So we're here. Johnny, I think I'm leading Darmanitan. Spoiler alert. I already know that I'm not. I'm leading Registeel. So yeah. Because Registeel matches up. It's the only thing that really matches up well against any of his leads, really. Greninja, Magearna, Lycanroc, which, by the way, I had the wrong sprite up there. I couldn't find a Lycanroc Dusk one, so get over it. But yeah, he leads Lycanroc Dusk. I got my Registeel out here. He's going to go for the Stealth Rock. I expect a taunt, to be honest. So I keep attacking him. So this is going to be just a theme. Like, I'm just going to keep attacking this thing. I'm going to go for Seismic Toss. Do some damage. And, again, I really think he's... I actually believe I go for Toxic here. Because I wasn't, like, too concerned about rocks immediately. And I also thought he'd switch out trying to save this because a Cellurock is really nice for cleaning up. He's just a lead. Spoiler alert, he is legitimately just a lead Lycanroc. I kept reading him to be a Cellurock sweeper late game, which I think he did have. I think he had a Cellurock, Drill Run, Stone Edge, Stealth Rocks. But he didn't have Taunt. So I'm going to have to my doomsday here. I want to keep my Registeel healthy as it's kind of switching to some of his mons. And I can also Wish Pass. So he's going to go for Drill Run. And he's going to he's going to do that much. And I'm going to pop my leftovers. Get some recovery. And here I believe I go to Speech Class. But I believe I go for a Wish. Take a liar out of me. Pass me, come on. Yeah, because I know he's not going to be able to kill me. So I'm going to go for Wish. Here I know that 2 things are coming out. Well, many things could be coming out right now. Bug Buzz, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Electrium Z. I don't think I mentioned it, but his Z Crystal's Electrium Z. Whew. So anyway, I calculate my Rage Steel after the rocks, take Specs, Thunderbolt, Modest, or a Modest Electrium Z. I can go out to my Rage Steel. No matter what he goes for, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to get a Wish back. I'm going to get at least 2, like 67. So he's going to go for Volt Switch. I'm ready to calculate damage, 107 to 61, and I believe that tells me that he is max special attack Modest, but not a boosting item, so not Zap Plate. So it could be Z Electric, so that's something to note. However, I'm going to get all of that HP back. Every bit of it. And unfortunately, he's Flame War Milotic, which is going to be you're going to see, it's going to be kind of annoying for my team. However, I'm going to switch out here. I do know I have a decent switch into this thing in my Hydreigon. And he's going to go for Scald. That's something. Now, here I'm like, Johnny knows me, knows that I like defensive Hydreigon, especially now that he's leftovers. So I'm going to overpredict and predict him to not expect Taunt. And I'm going to, well, I'm not going to overpredict, but I'm going to predict him to go for Ice Beam because he's not going to go for, I'm going to go for Earth Power, okay? I have not seen this battle in a while. Wow. But he does go for Ice Beam, predicting me to go for Taunt. I expected him to switch out to Magearna because it was like the best switching because I could Taunt Roost this thing. However, unfortunately, I really wanted to click Taunt here because I knew this thing was going to have Toxic because I have an Alamomola. But I clicked Roost. It was a safe play because if he went for Ice Beam, I lose my Hydreigon, and that's very annoying. I knew Toxic was coming. I should have clicked Taunt. I should have clicked Taunt last turn, but I clicked Earth Power predicting Magearna. And that was kind of my first hint that it's not going to be Assault this Magearna like I really thought. So I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. I'm going to be Toxic, which is great. And here I believe I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse. I had to believe I go for Earth Power again, predicting him to switch. No, I know what I do. I taunt. Yeah, I taunted. Woo! Because I did not want this thing recovering. I want this thing to stay low. Because then he's pressured a lot more by Darmanitan. So, shout out to me for finally clicking taunt 5 turns after I should have done it. Here, I once again predict him to go into the Magearna. He is going to switch out. I'm predicting Magearna. I go for Earth Power. He actually goes into Audino. Jake. He goes into Jake Sherwin. So he goes into Mr. Jake Sherwin over here. Mrs. Jake Sherwin, I'm sorry. He goes into, I'm not going to say that name out loud. But he goes into Mrs. Jake Sherwin. And that confirms 2 things. 1, this thing is Dazzling Gleam. And 2, Magearna is not Insult Vest. There's no way. He would always go into Magearna. So here, I'm going to switch out. I believe I'm going to go into my Virizion. Because I know I take Dazzling Gleams. I know I take whatever this one wants to go for. He's going to go for Wish. I did not expect Wish. I expected Dazzling Gleam. Or Dazzling Gleam. Or Knockoff, actually. Dazzling Gleam or Knockoff. But I did not expect the thing to just go straight for Wish when I could have taunted it. However, you're going to see he doesn't have Dazzling Gleam. I don't want Vikavolt coming in because Charty Berry will end up killing me. He's going to go for Reflect. This early game is just going to be me over-predicting. And eventually, I think here I was like, you know what? I have to attack what's in front of me because clearly predicting is not going well. I'm going to SD up. I'm like, I'm done with this Audino. I'm done with it. I don't like it. He can go for Dazzling Gleam. I believe it does like 33%. Yeah. Not even that. Wow, I did nothing. It did like 20%. So I'm going to go for Titanium Z. Titanium Z into Stone Edge will kill a Vikavolt through Reflect even unless it's Charty Berry. I'm going to pop it. I don't want this Audino around anymore. Damn this Audino to hell. +2. All out pummeling. Through Reflect. From a Virizion to an Audino. There is no way this thing is living. So I'm going to hit him with the all out pummeling. I could have saved it and been better off against some other things, but, I mean, whatever. So, I also calc one thing that I live at Fire Fang, I believe, from the Lycanroc Dusk. However, he's going to Greninja. I was like, okay, if that is not the most obvious Ice Beam I've ever seen in my life, I don't know what it is. Into my Registeel. It's a good switch in. However, he makes the aggressive play after I decided to play it safe and goes for U-turn, which sucked because if I went for Leaf Blade, something fell over. So yeah, Greninja's going to U-turn out. Revealing U-turn means he's probably choice in some fashion. he didn't go into Lycan Rock, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done playing this game. This thing does not have taunt. So, I am going to, I believe, set up my Stealth Rocks for once. Finally. He didn't go for Drill Run. I know this is not a, I believe it's like maybe a 3 KO. No, it's, yeah, it's 3 KO. I'm gonna go for Stagnant Toss, actually. Wow, I thought I put up rocks. However, that is gonna put him in range of Toxic. I'm gonna get some leftovers, and I know, do know one thing. Unless it's Electro MZ, I am out of range of everything on his team. I don't believe I died to Hydro Pump at this range, even if it's Specs. I believe I'm just barely out of range. But I am gonna switch out into, I believe, Alamamola? Jacob, my Hydreigon. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Hydreigon. You can tell I watch these battles before I record them. He's gonna go for Hidden Power Ground. I remember that play. I lost my mind in the front office. I was like, guys, he just went for Hidden Power Ground. I was switching to Hydreigon. I look like a legend. But yeah, he goes for Hidden Power Ground. So anyway. I believe here I'm going to go for a Roost. I go for an Earth Power. Oh my god, did I ever click Dark Pulse? Jesus Christ. So anyway, I believe here's where I sack off my Hydreigon. It did its job. It taunted Milotic and stuff. So I'm going to go for Dark Pulse, trying to get some damage off on this thing. And I'm going to do a lot. And that is definitely going to tell me that that thing is not bulky. That tells me that bitch is a thing. Agility with Volt Switch, which is a really cool set. However, Toxic damage is going to take me really low. Here is when I finally think it goes into Magearna as I click Dark Pulse. However, I also thought that this could be a potential play for him, but I knew that if I roosted, then he could potentially shift gear up, which is not something I wanted. So I was willing to sacrifice my Hydreigon because then I get my Darmanitan in. He gets a Soul Heart, and I was like, go fuck yourself. So anyway, I get my Darmanitan in. He does not switch in well to this. Milotic is Flame Orb, unless it is fully physically defensive, does not take in 2 Flare Blitzes at this point. I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. This Magearna is not Akaberry, and it is going to fall down. And Magearna, Shift Gear Magearna goes down. I'm very happy. We are sitting pretty. We are 5 against 3. He goes into Milotic. I believe here is when I go out into my Tornadus. Gonna go out to my Tornadus. And Hurricanes are gonna start hurting. Especially with the burn damage. So, the way I calculated was, I believe Hurricane, because I'm pretty sure this is a physically defensive Milotic, based on how it's been taking Earth Powers. Or at least a mostly physically defensive. Hurricane's gonna hurt. 30% of the time, it's not going to, though. So I believe the way I calculated was after burn damage, Hurricane kind of tier KOs this Milotic, which is really good. Or at least puts it in a very bad position. To where I can potentially clean up with Darmanitan. Because Darmanitan looks like he can clean up. He has a Greninja, but that does not take Flare Blitzes. So I'm going to go for Hurricane here. And we're going to see that this thing is going to take a lot. And I'm going to confuse it. It sucks. I had to reveal my Life Orb. I believe he goes for Recover here. He goes for Ice Beam. JK. So I'm going to go down to that much HP. I believe I'm going to die to the Toxic. I'm not going to die to the Toxic. And he can't stay in, because if I hit Hurricane, this thing dies, and it's his win con. So I'm going to click Hurricane again. Like, I don't want to sack off Torn, but I'm going to sack off Torn to make sure my Lotta can't recover. I'm going to click Hurricane. I'm going to connect Hurricane. Vikavolt is going to fall over. He has his 2 water types left. I have my Darmanitan, my Virizion, my Registeel, and my Alamamola. Okay, so here's the thing. With this double down here. He's not Scarf Greninja. I cannot imagine a world where he is Scarf Greninja. At all. I thought about it, and thought about it, and thought about it. He's not Scarf Greninja. There's no way. Especially with Hidden Power Ground. Losing out on a potential stab. He's not Scarf. He's Specs. Or X-Rebel. So I have that in my mind. I have the fact that he has a potential Specs Greninja, which can kill my Virizion with Ice Beam. So I'm not going after that. Because if I go out to Virizion and he goes out to Greninja, it becomes a 50-50. If I go into Registeel on the U-turn, he gets a Milotic and recovers, and it's a gigantic pain in the ass. If I go to Virizion and he goes to Greninja and clicks Ice Beam as I go into Registeel, then I can make the double, because I'm pretty sure I can make sure he specs. Then I can make the double into Virizion on the Milotic, and then he's super pressured. I can't go Registeel or all of Momola because then Milotic gets a recover. I'm positive he is going into Greninja. I think my best play is to go into Darm, because it's my least valuable member, obviously. If it's Greninja, I U-turn. If it's Milotic, I Flare Blitz and potentially 2 KO. If I am right, then there's potential to 2 KO this damn Milotic with Flare Blitz from where he's at. If he's not fully physically defensive after burn damage. Damn it, I thought I went to Terminator. You know what? Fuck everything I just said, guys. I go into this. Actually, I think I went into this because no matter what, I click Leaf Blade and then threaten him afterwards. Because I believe, no. Did I really do this? Oh, I go Darmanitan because he's not going for Dark Pulse there. He's going for Ice Beam or U-turn. Unfortunately, he goes for U-turn. Damn Greninja. Because I know that, again, I know that Flare Blitz 2 KOs. The Milotic. So he can go to this. And from where he's at, it's a roll if it's like the standard spread, but I know it's not. I'm going to go for Flare Blitz to weaken this thing. So all I really need to do is keep it in range of Virizion. And I just barely miss out, and that tells me he's fully physically defensive. So, he's going to get the recover off. He's going to end up about that much. He's going to end up about 51%. I'm doing about 20% with Flare Blitz. So I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. Unfortunately, I get a crit. It does a lot. Now, I haven't seen this from his side. He says that mattered because of what happens next. I don't think it does. Because he was at like 51. He would have taken like 20%, been at 31. But anyway, I'm going to go out to Virizion. Because I pressure the hell out of this thing. I'm going to click Leaf Blade because it does a lot to this Milotic. And at 2 KOs with the burn, he's going to go for Ice Beam. There's no way this kills unless it crits. And doesn't matter the damage, it does not kill even with a crit. And now something on his team has to die to this Leaf Blade. I'm going to go for Leaf Blade. It's going to kill this. And he has a choice like Greninja versus the rest of my team. His only play is to flinch me with Dark Pulse if he has it. Which turns out he does. He doesn't have Hydro Pump. Ow. So, he can't beat me with Hydro Pump anyway. So he can go for Dark Pulse. Don't get the flinch. Please God, don't get the flinch. Please God, don't get the flinch. Please God, don't get the flinch. Greninja, no. Greninja, no. Greninja, no. He doesn't get the flinch. I Leaf Blade, and that is going to kill the Greninja. And that is going to be a 1-2-3-0 win against the Oregon Duckletts and Coach Johnny GB. So, I really want to talk about that play. Where was it? Because right there, he is at 55-ish. It looks like. Whoa, let me bring that down. It doesn't look like he's about at 55-ish. I can actually kind of tell you. Hold on. Spoiler alert on how I built this layout. It wasn't really easily. I used... Where'd it go? There it is. I used this thing. So let's... properties, order, move this to the top. So anyway, I don't have Aster's fancy HP bar. This is so ratchet. Why do y'all like me? Why does anyone like me? Actually, we'll just do it on 5. So it looks like he's at about 60%. It's on the 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it looks like he's about at 60%. So, oh, I have a calc open. Great. Darmanitan, Choice Scarf versus Milotic, which turned out to be fully physically defensive with the Flame Orb. It's level 50. Flame Orb. So he's at 60%. I did 19% minimum. He ended up at 41. 91 after the recover, and then -6. So we ended up at 85%. And then Virizion did 33 to 41 while he was at 85. 2 AKO after 2 burns. Roll. So it kind of took away the fact that it could have been a roll. It also depended on exactly what roll I got on Darmanitan. If I got like a 22% roll, then it wasn't really as much of a roll because he was at 82 then. So it kind of eliminated all that. But that's beside the point. We come up with a 3-0 win. And we move to 3-3. And next week, I've already recorded this team builder. While I was trying to figure out what was going on with the stupid video, I recorded my next week's team builder. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. We are going against the Chicago Black Flock and Coach Moxie Boosted. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I hope you guys enjoy all the battles. And I hope you guys enjoy that right there. And that over there. That's my mouse freaking out on OBS. Thanks, OBS. Love you. And, yeah, so shout out to the most professional human being on the planet, which is me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.